Hey everyone, welcome back. So, Spot. He's my goat, and he is my beloved. He is my number one champ right now on my profile, in my box, everything. He was my first ever rank 5. It was just, I just love this champ so much. So, the whole thing about Spot, at least when it comes to his damage, or reason why I like him, is just because he has such a crazy damage output. Once he's ramped, once you get the build up, he can just be insane. His playstyle, it's kind of a boring playstyle. Most people don't really like it because you kind of just hold block for like a good chunk of the fight. And for his build up, he is kind of AI dependent. If the AI doesn't want to hit into your block, like they just want to keep dashing in and then just heavy, dash heavy, it's gonna mess up your ramp a lot. But I love using this character. He has such crazy damage, and even though his build up with the blocking can be kind of boring, I just love it. Like once you get the 10 spots and you could just sit there and you're untouchable, you could just spam lights, just spam lights into their face. They can throw specials and they'll just miss. I love this character. So going over his kits, I would say he doesn't like crazy need to be awakened to make him really good, but having him awaken just makes his damage do so, it's just, he benefits a lot, but he doesn't need it. So, but I wouldn't recommend taking Spot past rank 3, maybe, if he's not awakened. So his whole thing is he spots, so he gets spots, and the way that he gets spots is whenever you hold your block for about a half second, which is down here, he'll open a portal, and every time the opponent hits into your block while he has that portal up, he gets a spot, and it caps all the way up to 10. And once you're at 10, you will go untouchable. And when you're untouchable, obviously you can't be touched. They can't hit you. They can't do damage to you unless you have like a bleed or anything on you. So that's how you really ramp them up. I'll show everything and how all that works in a little bit. So it's literally just hold block and let them hit into your block. So because of that, you want to have your stat focus on the block proficiency. If you don't have this on Spot, you're kind of just throwing low-key, because he doesn't really need the crit rating or the cruelty or any of these. He just need, because you're just gonna eat chip damage from the block. That's the main downside to Spot and stuff like BGs, because you obviously health matters in Battlegrounds, as well as time. And if the AI is being, kind of a dickhead and just hitting into your block once, or just, he can make it take, the fight can be kind of long and you're just going to take a bunch of block damage. So you're going to need that block proficiency up. And for the relic, you are also going to need, I would either recommend this one, this Captain America Infinity War relic, or this Cap World War II Battle Cast relic. Not gonna lie, you can go with either or. I'd say whichever you have at a higher rarity. Unless you have like the 7-star one at maybe like not awakened, because the 7-star one, it just gives block proficiency, but it gives a pretty good chunk. And stat cast relics also apply on defense too, so if you ever want to use Spot on defense, he'll have the extra block proficiency on here. So this guy's playstyle is just strictly blocking, and then each time the opponent hits into you while you're untouchable, or each time you use your special one, you inflict ruptures. And each time a rupture is put onto the opponent, you kind of put a rupture like passive, I guess, into your spots. Like it's like a bank essentially. If we go, I think it's somewhere up here. Touch. Oh no, it's down here in this SP2. Yeah, right here. So each hit of the SP2 deals 1,500 damage for each rupture inflicted on the opponent since the start of the fight, up to 50. So every time you apply a rupture, you're gonna bank one as into your kit, and then you want to get to 50, so that way once you SP2, you just do crazy damage. And then for longer fights, you could go for the SP3 rotation, which is it just makes the ruptures last longer. That's really only for, like, I guess, yeah, like Everest stuff, or if you're doing like a Coliseum or anything where spot can be used, that's pretty good. So, I mean, he's a pretty straightforward character. There's some stuff that you can do that goes with his Awaken ability, which is, let's see, I think this one. After a portal block ends, yes. After a portal block ends, each hit, each light, heavy, or special attack deals an instant 7,000 damage. So we will go over this again a little bit later as well. And then this one, while untouchable, attacks that strike the opponent while they are performing a heavy or recovering from a special give you a Fury passive. So you want to get to 10 spots, and then once you're at 10, you want to just keep holding your block until the opponent throws a heavy, and then you just let go, and then you'll get a Fury if you interrupt it. So let's just go show him off. Enough of this chit chat. Also, quick little intermission here. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for the support on my last video. It might not seem a lot, or it might not seem like a lot with the 170 views, but that's a pretty big milestone for me, and we surpassed 15 subs, which is, I don't know, for me it's kind of crazy. It might seem a little dumb to people, but it's pretty impactful to me. It really motivates me. So I just wanted to say thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it, and I love being a part of this community. So hopefully we'll just keep growing together as a little community here, and we'll see what the future holds, guys. Thank you so much again. It really means a lot. I know it's not like crazy numbers, but it really does mean a lot, guys. Thank you. Okay, here we are in Realm of Legends. We're going to be fighting the Star-Lord on this path, just because he's like the main punchy bag here. $3.3 million health. Keep that in mind. So just dash back and hold block, how you typically want to start each fight. You don't want to dodge those. Let's get build up to 10 here. That's my favorite part right here. You just sit here and just spam lights. He can't hit you. SP1 in, so that way we can inflict more ruptures. Every hit of the SP1 inflicts a rupture to put the bank. So as you can see, that like physical vulnerability thing next to my spot counter in the top left, that is how many spots we have banked for the SP2. Let's go ahead. Sit here, hold block again, 20 heavies. Nice. Throw out one more SP1. And then just keep this going. Okay, I'm gonna. It's a little mistimed right now with the ISO burst, but it doesn't really need it. It's just a little bonus, I suppose. So, like I mentioned in his Awaken ability, you deal damage on your heavies, lights, and specials. So whenever you hold block and they heavy into you, you're going to want to only do mediums. Medium, medium. Medium, medium. So let's go for the SP3 here. So that way our ruptures do more damage. Okay. Let's go ahead and build back up to this SP2. So, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I didn't realize how much power we had. I didn't really want to go for an SP3 there, but it's okay. And because we have more than 5 spots, we can just sit here and we could even block his heavy attacks to get spots. Let's just go for a regular combo here. Okay. Medium, medium. that, medium, medium, and then SP2, 130k, 130k, 130k. And then you literally just repeat that for this entire fight until he's dead. So this one we're actually gonna quit this fight because it's a pretty big health pool. So he does a lot of burst damage. It just takes a while to build up to. So he's not the greatest for Everest content, but I mean, out of one rotation, that was almost like 2 million damage, nearly 2 million damage. So if we were to show him off in a smaller health pool, like something like Realm of Legends Winter Soldier, he is just gonna shred him. So he's more so meant for like mid to like anywhere between like a million health or a little bit over for his rotations. So we will show this off right here. Same thing, just dash back, hold block. Spam lights. SP1. And you can see that we get the buff immunity up here in the top left. That is part of his SP1 ability. It's just whenever you're immune to a debuff, you get a Fury. So it's nothing too crazy, but nice little utility there if you ever need that. Let's get this going. This last SP1. We probably could have went without that just so it's a little bit faster. Perfect. So typically when you're at around 4 spots, that's when you can kind of get away with trying to block the heavies. And I didn't get to see how much damage I did. He just died. So that was a little crazy. We weren't even fully ramped and that guy just died. That was 500k health down before we were even built up. I do want to show him against this Juggernaut. So let's just quickly breeze through this Captain Marvel because Spot is also really good against certain champs that have Unstoppable, because with the Untouchable you can just sit there and literally just trade blows and it's so cool looking. Oops, there we go. Gonna get to 10 spots, but you don't really need to get to 10 spots until you get to the SP2. Like, look, she's already at half health and we're only at 30 ruptures. Oops. I messed that up. We got really lucky with that. That was like a 40% chance to withstand the heavy, and we did. Okay, so let's go ahead here, get the Fury from this. 100k, 105. Each hit of his SP2 is doing 100k, and we were like what, halfway built up? We weren't even all the way built up yet. So he can nuke. He can definitely nuke. So this is the Juggernaut fight. We just want to try to proc make him special when we are untouchable. That's the goal here. Okay, did not mean to eat that to the face. Okay, I didn't do that either. Alright, this guy's just kind of... There we go. So, okay, so look at this. Just sit here and just literally punch into each other like it just doesn't matter. That was at a 176k burst right there. Like, that's crazy, dude. Like, Spot is just so good. I just love him. I love his burst damage. He's such a cool champ too. He has such nice animations, and I love his character model. Like, if we go take a look at him right here in the box once more, Like, dude, look at him. Like, he's just chilling, dude. And I do like this design more than his Spider-Verse one. He doesn't have that fucking like beer belly that he did in the movie. So I do prefer this one. He just looks so cool. Such a nice. He's like cell shaded. He just looks super cool. Now, when it comes to certain meta defenders, especially typically like almost anything in Battlegrounds, unless it's like a really crazy like skill champ or someone that can bypass miss like Bullseye, Spot can just take them out. He's mainly a Battlegrounds attacker because he has such a high burst damage. But like I mentioned in the beginning, you can take a lot of damage because you're just going to be constantly taking hits into your block. But he can take on a lot of defenders just because he just does so much raw damage, and it's really not hard to build him up. Like, you can definitely like counter someone like Zola, because Zola only gets the like his box, whatever it's called, that sleeps you whenever he gets hit. But when you go untouchable, you can literally just sit there and like you just aura farm. You just sit there and just tank. Well, I say tank, but you just stand there, and whenever he hits you, he's building up spots, and you gaining power from just getting hit into your block. By the time you get to your SP2, he's probably not even going to be at the 20 charges to sleep you. Like, I've taken so many Zolas with my Spot. I've taken a lot of onslaughts with my Spot. It might sound a little weird because he has the Neuro Shocks, which can bypass miss, but it's the same thing with Zola. If you just don't hit Onslaught, he won't inflict the Neuro Shocks on you as long as you can dex the specials. So you can literally just sit there, build up spots, and if you ever do get hit with the Neuro Shock, you can just wait it out. So it can draw the fight out a little bit, but he can do Onslaught. Like, he's just such a sick attacker, crazy damage. And Loki, having him at rank 5, I regret it, not because he's a bad champ, but because he's just always banned, and he just does so much overkill. So ever since I got him rank 5 like a month ago in my first video, he's been banned like almost every game in Battlegrounds, just because he's a rank 5. Like, I never get to use him. But I love him, dude. He's such a great character, such a great attacker. Can be pretty annoying on defense if you don't have a miss counter, because he still builds up spots on defense, and it can be really annoying because when he's untouchable, he can't be stunned, he can't be parried, none of that. So I mean, I've used him on defense before, and he's worked, not all the time, but he could definitely work on defense as like a last resort if you need him to. So that's Spot, guys. First ever rank 5, and that's my GOAT. So I will be uploading another video later on this week. I'm not too sure on what yet. I really wanted to do my Carnage video on in the Coliseum, but they made the fucking Coliseum boss Corvus, and he's basically bleed immune. So there goes that. So I don't know. I'll figure out what to upload. You guys will see it. So that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters.